Hi, this is Rick Wyman, Executive Director of Community Music School in Centerbrook, Connecticut. We're here and about to visit Dr. Francesco Barone, guitar teacher here at the school. Come on in. Hey, Francesco, how you doing? Thank you. So, I was thinking about guitar, and certain type of music comes to people's mind when you think of guitar, and it's not always classical guitar. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. So the term classical guitar refers to two things. First, it refers to the type of instrument, which is the instrument that I have right here, which is a nylon string guitar. So it's not one of those acoustic guitars that has steel strings that you would strum chords with, and it's not an electric guitar. But although it is tuned the same way as those guitars. And then the second component is the type of music that's played on this guitar. So the classical music is played on a classical guitar, kind of like Bach. Bach is played on the guitar. We have classical composers, romantic composers, and even modern and contemporary composers that wrote for the guitar. And also, I guess, a stylistic feature to the music is that most guitar playing will either include chords, strumming, or include solos or melodic lines or riffs. In the classical guitar, the music is more like piano music, where the performer is playing the bass as well as the accompaniment and melody.
Wow, so you got to do everything. And why is the hole over there, where sometimes guitars you might see the hole under the strings?
That's a really good question. So most guitars, and even most classical guitars, have the sound hole underneath the neck of the guitar. However, with this instrument, the builder wanted to increase projection of the instrument. So this thin piece of wood on the top of the guitar is called the soundboard, and underneath the soundboard, you kind of have like the floorboards, but of a guitar, and we would call that the bracing. And there's different patterns. But the bracing allows this piece of wood to be thin so it can project the sound. And what this design allows is for the bracing pattern to extend higher than it normally would.
Wow, I look forward to hearing it. So how long have you taught at CMS, part one? And part two is, what's your favorite thing about teaching here?
I've been here for 3 years. And what I love about this school is just the community. I love being part of the community. I love working with the students, and I also love collaborating and working alongside my colleagues.
Great. We do have a lot of wonderful musicians here, and that's what's been fun for me working here as well, as being with everyone. Do you have a tip or a couple of your favorite tips for those of us learning music or specifically learning guitar?
Sure. So the first tip is that guitarists in general tend to shy away from learning how to read music. And my recommendation would be, whether you're learning a popular style of guitar or certainly with classical guitar, I'd recommend learning how to read music, because it's just so important, and it opens up so much music to be able to learn and to play. And then the other tip I would share is, this is especially true for classical guitar, but to sign up for lessons. That classical guitar is way too difficult of a vocation to try to study on your own.
You can't sit and watch little YouTube videos to figure out how to
no, just the mechanics are so specific. Yeah.
That's great. And I always feel like taking private lessons with a teacher is the best way to learn any instrument. I mean, you can get things out of videos, right? But it's not the same as having an expert guide you along the way. When you agree, that's great.
Absolutely.
Would you play something for us?
Sure. So I can actually demonstrate a little bit of what I was talking about earlier with the guitar. This piece is the second movement of Bach's first Lute suite. As I mentioned, we play Bach on the guitar. It's the Allemande, and this piece is in a steel brisé style, which was a Baroque lute technique that used chords to imitate voices. So I hope you enjoy it.
Francesco Barone on the guitar, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for visiting with us and playing that. It's incredible. It's really
Oh, thank you
beautiful.
so much.
Thanks. Thank you.